Hello there. I am excited to come on and be live with you guys and share a little bit about our Semper Paratus, which is Latin for always prepared. And we chose that name because in speech and debate, we are helping teenagers to always be ready with an answer for the faith that they have. And so, NCFCA, in case you're unfamiliar with that, is a Christian speech and debate league. And we at Unite have an amazing team called Semper Paratus that is one of the chapters of the NCFCA, which is the national organization. And that stands for National Christian Forensics and Communication Association. And it is a wonderful club, and it has been transformational for my kids and their educational journey, as well as really challenging for me as an educator to make sure that I'm able to keep them current on current events and just improving. It's been fantastic on so many levels. And I'm really excited to share more about our upcoming season and our club. And we wanted to just offer this opportunity for anybody who had any more questions to be able to come online and share and ask. But given the number of emails I've been fielding, I'd be shocked if there's still lots more people with questions because we've had a lot of people curious about this coming season. And so we are actually holding workshops this week and next. This week has been so far, we've had one day of our speech workshop, and we'll have another day tomorrow, and then we'll go into debate for next week. So we're really having a great time, and it's been a fun time together to just help the new folks get up to speed with all that NCFCA has to offer, and then begin looking at some of the things that they might like to compete in for next year. So, yeah, so let me go ahead. I'm going to share my screen to you guys so you can see what it is that we have coming up. And so, pretty much, there is not a whole lot changing with our club. If you have been involved with our club already, we are going to keep our same meeting dates and times. We're going to be meeting on Fridays, still at Cherokee Christian. And so all of those details are available on the website so that you can easily know where to come. But there is registration required, and we have two kinds of registration. There is, of course, club attendance, which is not very expensive. We ask for $50 if you're only doing speech, or $50 if you're only doing debate, or $75 if you're planning to do both. And we will be alternating each week, speech week and then debate week. And that schedule is available again also on the website. But if you're not familiar with all the different categories and debate things, let me go ahead and just share to you some of that information because it might be helpful to know what it is that we do from a week-to-week basis. So NCFCA offers two kinds of debate. There is the team policy debate, or what we call TP. And these debates are two people going against two other people, and they are generally more concrete in topic. And so they often will have either U.S. government internal policy that they're debating or some sort of international policy. And so this coming year, we have an international policy coming up for the 26-27 school year. And that one says, resolved, the United States federal government should significantly reform its foreign policy toward the Republic of Turkey. And so the students, each team, will come up with one new policy that they feel that the U.S. government should implement in accordance to that resolution. And then each of the negative case teams will be trying to poke holes in that policy and show that that is not worth passing. And so each of the affirmative teams is going to be preparing their cases and getting ready. And then when it comes time for tournament, they will be presenting their case 3 times and going against 3 other teams when they present their cases. And so each team will debate 6 times total per tournament. They will be 3 times affirmative and 3 times negative. And so they'll actually need to be really well researched about Turkey and all the different types of reform that might come so that they are ready to go up against the other affirmative teams. Another type of debate that we do offer within CFCA is the Lincoln Douglas debates, and those are much more value-based. And so this one is one debater against another debater, and this coming resolution is all about the criminal justice system. And so it's the resolution states, it is just for a criminal justice system to value retribution over rehabilitation. And so again, that's just a really great way for students to be able to get ready to think critically, to learn how to listen, and to be ready to answer questions when people have questions for them. And so one of the best ways that students can improve their listening skills is surprisingly to be involved in NCFCA debate, because they do have to learn to listen and then think critically about what they're hearing. And so the debate has been really fun for a lot of our children to grow and learn. Now, if debating is not your thing, or you're a little bit intimidated by the concept, there are lots of speech categories to choose from. There are actually 10 each year. And duo is one of the most popular. That is a piece of literature that is enacted out with 2 competitors teaming up together. So they would pick a book and they'll boil it down to a 10-minute excerpt where they're sharing a lot of the story, and then also making sure it has an impact statement, something that's going to challenge the audience to improve. It is a really fun category. A lot of our students that enjoy that have a little bit of theater experience, but that's not required. Many students excel very well at this and just have a really great fun time working with a partner. And they, again, they're picking a piece of literature that is going to challenge or be exciting for the audience to listen and enjoy. There are, of course, platform speeches. We have both informative and persuasive, as well as a digital platform speech. And so with a digital, they would, of course, be choosing something interesting to share and using slides to accompany that. We have some limited prep categories. There is one called extemporaneous. Now, this is, oh, we didn't update that slide. But this is very much a current events category. The students are given 20 minutes to prepare for any topic that they're given. They get a little card that has 2 options, and then they need to pick one of those 2 and share a 6-minute speech that they've only had 20 minutes to prepare. And it is going to be about something that has happened within the last 90 days worldwide. And so it is a really exciting opportunity for them to just stretch themselves. Many of the students stay really well informed, and then they are able to share what they've just learned as far as the resources and coming up with that speech. Another limited preparation category is impromptu. The impromptu speech, again, they come into a room, they pick a little card, and there are 2 topics on that card, and then they have 2 minutes to prepare a 5-minute speech. And so that goes away, that goes in a hurry. They sit down right there and they have 2 minutes to come up with what they'd like to say to the judges. And then they share a 5-minute speech about that topic. And it can be a key word, it could be a quote or an idiom, some sort of phrase. It is a really fun category and it's extremely challenging for a lot of students to do very well in, but it is extremely popular because they don't have to memorize a speech. Instead, they just need to be quick on their feet. And so that is a really fun category that a lot of students really, really enjoy. Biblical thematic is coming back this year, and we're excited to be able to have some more biblically based interpretations. These are really fun where they take some scripture and they will act it out. They'll also be encouraged to include music and some additional details. There's a lot of really fun categories. Another one that I don't have a slide for this year is coming back. It is called the after dinner speech. And this is a very popular category where it's something lighthearted but encouraging. And a lot of storytelling is involved in many of our speeches, but especially the after dinner speech. Telling a story is often a key component to really just winning the hearts of the judges. And so it's a really fun category to participate in. We have open interpretations. These again are literature based, and the open interp is one student telling a story. That one is actually going to be cut down now to a 7-minute time limit. And so if you are familiar with open interps already, that is a rule change that's coming into play this year. And also, another rule change that they've said is that students will be allowed to participate in 3 of the A. So we have A patterns and B patterns. And so they'll be able to participate in 3 of the A patterns as well as 3 of the B pattern speeches. So there's going to be up to 6 potential categories that a student could participate in each tournament, which is really exciting. It's actually going to make it a little bit harder for some of our students to max themselves out. To do 6 is quite a lot to juggle. So it's going to be really exciting for them. And we also have the apologetics. This is, again, a limited preparation speech. Students are able to share about something apologetics, biblical in nature. So they come into the room, they will have a card that has 2 topics on it, and they'll have 4 minutes to sit down and write a 6-minute speech. And so they will be allowed to have some preparation ahead of time. They're allowed to bring in some cards that have quotes or scripture references or keyword reminders, things that are going to help them to be able to speak well. And they do also have the ability to reference those cards during their speeches. And this is a really important category for NCFCA. I believe that it might be one of the most important, actually, because it allows our students to really flex their muscles and solidify their faith. Most of the questions have a lot of thought that goes into their answers. And so we really recommend students to work to prepare these apologetics cards, to think those deep thoughts, and to figure out why it is that they believe what they believe. So we are really thankful that you joined us tonight. There are a lot of details to share about speech and debate. We're available for questions. Again, we will be continuing to meet at Cherokee Christian schools. We're really thankful for them as partners in this amazing opportunity for our students. And we have a really great space that they allow us to borrow for speech and debate club each Friday. We're going to continue to meet on Friday afternoons, and that will kick off early August, and we're challenging our students to go ahead and get those rough drafts ready, get writing this summer. Make sure you check the rules because each of the rules may have changed just slightly. NCFCA likes to tweak things a little bit along the way as they realize that maybe a rule wasn't clear enough, or perhaps there was some confusion last year, and so they like to just make things more and more clear as we go. If you have questions or you're wondering about the policies within our club, or you are curious if your student would be a good fit, we would love to hear from you. You can email us at at Semper Paratus at unitehomeschool.com, and our team will get back to you as soon as possible. You can also just send us a message on the website, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Have a really great night, and we'll see you soon. Bye.